should be male or female, and where in this world? There are several such questions that compel us to search for right answers. Why are we here? Why was I born here and he there? Why am I like this and she like that? Why such a thing happened in such a way? Did someone write a script saying, this is how it ought to occur? Each act will yield a result, either in this life or any future life. The answers lie in one eternal truth that I receive in return for whatever I do. It acts with complete impartiality. This is the law of karma, or the law of action and reaction. Any law of the world can be changed, but not this. No person on earth can evade this law, nor can anybody make an excuse. The law of karma is inviolable. It mandates that everyone on the planet act with a sense of responsibility. We must acquire the right knowledge of what is appropriate and what is inappropriate action. And we should perform each action with full understanding of its impact on self, on others, and my environment. The effect may occur either now or in the future. I will receive the fruit of my actions. The fruit may be tasty or spoiled. Think before you act. Many of the principles of the law of karma are either misunderstood or forgotten. Some believe that nothing is in our hands, that I am helpless and everything depends on fate. What has happened in the past is over, and there is no need to question it, nor is there a need to recall any unpleasant incidences. Those people who do not understand the law of karma draw conclusion based on episodes in life. They do not know what will happen in future. They should wait for the scenes to unfold.
Cameras. तो चेहरे पे fresh look, important part of fitness.
In a shocking incident today, British Airways flight BA582 from Mumbai to Manchester.
One should understand that for every occurrence, there is a cause and reason. My future depends on what I do this moment. I write the script for my life using the pen of elevated actions or karma. As you sow, so you reap.
जैसा सोचोगे तुम वैसा बन जाओगे, जैसा कर्म होगा वैसा फल पाओगे। श्रेष्ठ कर्म का आधार है खुद का कर लो दर्शन, यही जीवन का सार है, यही जीवन का सार है। जैसा सोचोगे तुम वैसा बन जाओगे, जैसा कर्म होगा वैसा फल पाओगे। मन में हो शुभ संकल्प तो जीवन में फिर दुख कैसा, जब अंतर में शुभ भावना तो दिल में सुख सावन जैसा। हार कर जो ना हारे जीत उसी की होती है, घनघोर अंधेरे में भी जलती जगमग उसकी ज्योति है। जैसा देखोगे तुम वैसा बन जाओगे, जैसा चाहोगे तुम वैसा बन जाओगे। ये सूरज है तो है किरण, बादल है तो है पवन, प्राण है तो है तन मन, सात सुरों में है सरगम। जो धरती है तो है सागर, जल थल है तो है जीवन, जीवन है तो है भगवन। भगवान के संग समय करो सफल, जैसा कर्म करोगे वैसा पाओगे फल। जैसा सोचोगे तुम वैसा बन जाओगे, जैसा कर्म होगा वैसा फल पाओगे। श्रेष्ठ कर्म का आधार है खुद का कर लो दर्शन, यही जीवन का सार है, यही जीवन का सार है। जैसा सोचोगे तुम वैसा बन जाओगे, जैसा कर्म होगा वैसा फल पाओगे। जैसा सोचोगे तुम वैसा बन जाओगे जैसा कर्म होगा वैसा फल पाओगे।
Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the next session of this Rajyoga course. We've been understanding the concepts of self-realization, understanding God, and how to attain powers through Rajyoga that we understood yesterday. And today's topic, which is actually very important, and it's also hopefully going to answer many questions which we usually have, and most of the human beings have these kind of questions in the mind, like things happening around us. There are some questions related to that, kind of why this is happening to me, and we can't really find out the reason for that. We cannot accept because sometimes we feel that it's not fair. Many a times we feel that it's not fair, it's not justice. So, and sometimes we also feel that there are people who are not really making a lot of effort, but they are getting prosperous day by day. And on the other hand, we feel there are some very kind and nice people, but they are not getting what they deserve. So there are things like that, there are questions like that, that's usually coming in our minds, and it's creating a lot of disturbance inside if this question is not answered. That why things are happening the way it is happening. So in today's lesson, which is about understanding the law of karma, we will contemplate on that deeply. We'll understand that. What is actually the law of karma and how it's affecting our life. Because for every action I affect, there is a result I experience. So when we define law of karma, we can define it sometimes in a very simple way, simple words, that what you give, you will get. Whatever you sow, so shall you reap. And when we define it that way, sometimes it sounds very simple, but in reality, it doesn't seem to be so simple. The things happening are not the way we have been trying to make it happen. Because I did something very nice, but the way it's coming back to me, it's not really nice, not really positive. So why this is happening to me then? So we will understand it very deeply today. Before that, let us see the 3 types of karma. You can make a note also. Basically, we can divide our kinds of types of karma into 3 types. First is sukarma, second is vikarma, and third is akarma. Sukarma means positive actions, vikarma means negative actions, and akarma means neutral actions. So let us define it in a spiritual way according to the spiritual understanding that we have received until now. So the actions performed being in soul conscious and remembrance of God, that will actually create sukarma. Because in the right consciousness, right awareness of my inner being, myself, and in remembrance of God, then it becomes sukarma, means positive action, and positive action will bring positive results, positive fruits. That is for sure. Then second is vikarma, means the negative actions. So in a very simple way, we can define according to our spiritual understanding that any action which is performed in body consciousness. So when I am in body consciousness means I am in the awareness of the wrong identity of myself. And in that wrong identity, I look at others also in a wrong identity, wrong consciousness, that is body consciousness. So out of that awareness, whatever I will perform, it will be affected by the five vices. It will be affected by anger, greed, attachment, lust, and ego. So that will become vikarma, which is a negative karma. Then comes akarma. Akarma means neutral actions. Actions performed in soul consciousness. This is also performed in soul consciousness, but there is no further fruit of that karma. So we can define it in such a way, like karma is like a sowing a seed. When I sow a seed, I will definitely receive a fruit. But the fruit is going to be bitter or sweet. It depends on the quality of my seed and the quality of sustenance I'm giving to that seed. So according to that, I will receive the fruit, right? Now when the fruit I receive, now it's time to eat the fruit. And when I'm eating the fruit, eating of fruit is also a karma. But there is no further fruit of eating the fruit, because eating the food is such a karma which is akarma, which is a neutral action, and there is no further result of that action. I hope that's clear. So that is called sukarma. Akarma. Akarma is it's no further fruit of that karma. It's neither positive nor it is negative. It's just simply neutral. So these are the different kinds of karma. Now to define and to understand the law of karma, because it's a very, very important subject. So we will try to understand some rules, karma rules. And these are the rules. They apply to each and every one of us. They apply to every human being on this planet, irrespective of our culture, religion, nationality, language, age, or any other differences or any other identities. Irrespective of anything else, it applies to everyone, each one of us. So we must know this rule, because ignorance of law is no excuse, right? So first rule is each of my action is accountable. Each of my action is accountable. Nothing goes waste. Nothing is just like that I did it and it's not accounted for anywhere. Nothing. Even one simple word I speak, something I think, It's not only about doing or speaking externally, it's also about what am I thinking inside? What am I feeling? What kind of thoughts I'm creating for you? What kind of energy I'm sending to you? That is also creating my karma, and everything is being accounted for. So my each action, my each karma is accountable. It's not that something will be ignored or unnoticed. Cannot be like that, because very, very, like nowadays, we are in a very advanced stage of science and technology. We have many softwares, suppose, because we are talking about the account. So we have so many good softwares that you just put the entries and you get the balance sheet. You don't have to do anything. And it's so accurate, right? And that is made by a human being. And this one is the eternal creation, which is applicable on each one of us. So nothing is missed, nothing is ignored, and nothing is unaccounted. So we have to be very careful. When we know, we will be careful, and we will pay more attention on our actions when we understand that. So then second rule is that my past affects my present. Whatever I have done in my past, knowingly or unknowingly, it is definitely going to affect my present. Which means that whatever is happening with me in the present time, any kind of situation or challenge, any problem that I'm facing is actually the result of my past karma. Now, this past can be, it's not always past life. It can be 10 years ago, I did something. 5 years ago, I did something. 5 days ago, I did something. Or 5 minutes ago, just 5 minutes before, or just a minute ago, I did something. Sometimes some karma will get a fruit very instantly. Like there are different kinds of seeds. Some seeds, when you sow, it takes 10 years to grow, at least to get a fruit. Yes, it will sprout after a few days. There is a positive this thing that yes, it's growing, but I have to wait for 5 years, I have to wait for 6 years to get the fruit exactly. But there are some seeds that they need just 2 years, 1 year, or few months. And some seeds, they grow very fast in few days time or few weeks time. So same is with the karma, with our actions, whatever we are performing. Some actions, when we perform, it will get me the fruit very quickly, instantly. But the rule is same. It might take some time, it might be very quick, but the rule is same. And what was that rule? My past affects my present. Every seed will get some fruit, definitely. This is very important. Next rule, I get what I deserve. I get what I deserve. So sometimes when we say that I'm not getting what I really deserve, or this person is not receiving according to what he deserves, it's not fair game. So when they say that, actually they are not understanding that whatever you deserve, you will definitely get. No one can take it away from you. No one can stop you from receiving that. And if you don't deserve that, then nothing can make it happen. Nothing, no matter how much you try, because you don't deserve. Now, this deserve, when we say what you deserve, who is deciding what do you deserve? That is karma. That is karma, and that is my karma. My karma will decide what do I deserve. So first we are understanding these basic rules, and later on we will put together everything. And now also each and every point you can relate with your life. Next rule is nothing happens by chance. Nothing in this life actually is a coincidence. We would say sometimes that, I was planning to do this, I was going somewhere, and by chance I met this person, and by chance the things just fall into place. By chance I met that person. Coincidentally, I met that person. There is nothing called coincidence. There is nothing called by chance. Nothing is by chance. Even in Buddhism and other cultures also, they say that whatever is happening, even on the roadside, you are just going to the market to get something, to buy something, and on the roadside, you met someone. You didn't even meet actually. You saw a person turning from that street corner. You met that person just for 2 seconds. That is also not by chance. Who is going to pass by? Not by chance. Whatever is happening, there is a reason for that. Everything has a reason. And when we accept that, then you see the life will become easier, and we will get answers to so many why and how. Next rule is no one can snatch others' fortune. No one can snatch from me. If that's in my fortune, no one is able to snatch it from me, because I have created that. That fortune is not something that is written by someone else. It's not a script written by someone else. It's written by me. So the next rule is I am responsible for my present state. My present state includes my family, the kind of upbringing I am receiving, the kind of education I am receiving, the kind of atmosphere I am into, which family I was born into. All these things, whatever I have got in this life, I cannot blame anyone for that, because I am responsible for my present state. I am responsible. And it's a very interesting thing. Now, when we say this statement that I am responsible for my present state, some people, when they talk about karma, even in this way also, how they are interpreting is, it's like we are victim of our own past karmas. What I have done in the past, then I have to bear the fruit. I'm just suffering because of, I don't know what kind of karma I have done in the past. That's why I have so much suffering in this life. And that's it. This is the interpretation mostly people, how they interpret karma. And they feel very sad, they feel the pain whenever we talk about this subject of karma. But actually, if you interpret this statement, these rules in a right way, it's actually a good news. It's a good news because I am responsible for my present state. That means I am responsible for my future state also. I'm responsible means it's in my hands, it's in my control. Because what I did according to that, what I did in the past according to that, I am getting that fruit in the present moment. Which also means it can be interpreted in that way that whatever I do now, I will definitely get the fruit of that in future. So I have the free will to choose. I have the free will to decide what I do now. But you know, whenever we are talking about karma, most of the people, what mistake they make, in this philosophy is they are looking at the past, which I cannot change. And because of that, I cannot change my present. And then they are creating this sorrow and suffering, thinking about being a victim of my past karmas. And because I'm sad, I am in sorrow, I am in pain. So, what kind of energy I'm creating in the present moment? What kind of decisions I will take in the present moment? Of course, it cannot be very enlightened decisions. It can't be positive decisions. So according to this present action, according to this present choice I make, I choose to be sad, right? Thinking about my past, thinking about my destiny, that don't know what kind of karma I have done. If I'm thinking in that way, so I am creating sorrow. Or I can say that I'm choosing to be in pain. It's my choice in the present moment. I can't change the situation. Okay, that's right. I can't change it because that's the result. But in this situation, I can actually change my response. That's what we were talking about yesterday with meditation. When we receive those powers help me to respond in a positive way. And this is where I can write a new script. I can write a new script in the present moment that will decide my future destiny. I can start the change, I can begin to change, I can begin to transform from now, from this moment. That's why all these spiritual masters are saying one thing: be in present. Be in the present moment. My voice is clear? So these are these certain rules that will help me to take my responsibility actually. And taking my responsibility means I'm ready to change and I have the authority and power to change. Now let us see, there are some misunderstandings about the philosophy of karma. So let me understand first, because we all have heard about these things. Why we call it misunderstandings? Because people are often saying these statements or phrases, but actually none of these factors are responsible for one's present situation. You know, when something bad is happening in my life, something that I feel is not justice, it's not right, it's not fair, then usually we would say, God is responsible. God has done this. I don't know why God is always giving me punishment. So we feel like this is a punishment from God, or God is being unfair. So as if I'm not responsible, God is responsible. You know, they will go to temple or the religious place, and in their prayers also they are blaming or complaining God, that why you did this to me. So it's like I'm not taking my responsibility. Or we would say, my fate is like that. It's predestined. My fate is like this. Again, once again, I am not taking my responsibility. Or they would go for other things, because when they are not able to change the situation, they are trying hard that something good should happen, but it's not working. And sometimes really it's like that, that I'm putting in a lot of time and energy. It can be business, it can be my family situation, a relationship, my workplace, or anything. I'm trying hard to fix the things, but it's not happening. And if it's not happening, then people usually go into these small streets of Vastu, of astrology, and these things, and they will check that maybe there are some planets up there in the sky, in there, they are doing something, someone else, air, water, sun god, and moon god, or someone else is responsible for what is happening in my life. Or they would then fall into some kind of rituals that it might be able to heal. Or if I am not at all getting the answer for why this is happening to me, then some people will come to you and they will say, maybe somebody has done a black magic on you. What is all this? This is simply avoiding my responsibility. Avoiding my responsibility and justifying myself by saying that I am good. I didn't do anything wrong. Then why this is happening with me? It cannot be my past karma. I am not that bad. I haven't done anything bad. And if I have done anything in the past, why I'm getting it now when I don't even remember that I have done it? Sitting here is so easy to say that there is some planet up there who is angry, and because of that one, I'm suffering. It's so funny. Just think about it. Planets are just moving in their own space with their own pace. They're not interfering in our lives. And we just, because we don't want to take the responsibility of our actions, we don't want to take responsibility of our choices. And even if in the present moment, now this is very important, even if in the present moment something, I'm fully aware that this is wrong. I know I should not speak a lie. I know that I should not be doing something which is not right. I have the understanding. And even after having that understanding and knowledge, still I perform that action. It happens many times. Still I perform, and inside I justify that. Because the situation is like that. That's why I had to do this. So I'm justifying my wrong action. What am I doing? What am I doing? When I'm justifying my wrong actions, I'm writing my negative destiny. I'm writing my fate in such a way, I'm writing sufferings and pain in my destiny. Nobody else is writing. So right now in the present moment, it might seem like that I'm released. I justified it. I convinced everyone else that I did this because I had a reason for that, for doing that. I convinced everyone. Even in small things of everyday life. I was angry, I shouted, I used some abusive language because the situation was like that. It's not my fault. Otherwise, I'm very nice. I'm not a bad person. Otherwise, I'm very nice. But the situation was like that. So when I say the situation was like that, I am actually justifying my wrongdoing. It's very deep. It's very deep. And justifying my wrongdoing. Who is justifying? Justifying my wrongdoing means I'm following the old patterns, old sanskars, old way of thinking, which I have been doing for a long time. And now comes the very important point, very, very important point, that whatever is happening in my life right now, we've already understood the rule. This is the result of my past, right? So that means I have done something wrong in the past. And if I have done something wrong, that has gone deeper into my subconscious. There are impressions on the soul of my karma. We've understood in the first lesson. When I repeat a similar kind of action again and again, it is imprinted on the soul in the form of sanskars or habit or my nature. Now, in the present moment, once again, I replay the same nature. By justifying my wrong action, what am I doing? I justified because this was convenient. If I would speak the truth, it might be very difficult to face. It might take a lot of time to prove. But if I speak a lie, it was very quick, very easy, very convenient, and nobody comes to know. Nobody knows. That was the plus point. So in present moment, I justified myself, my intellect. So actually, I am deceiving myself. I'm not justifying. And when I'm saying to myself that nobody knows, so how does it matter? Nobody comes to know. I am deceiving myself even more. I'm writing the sufferings and pains in my destiny in the coming future. And this understanding is very important. So these misunderstandings, all these misunderstandings, I have to remove first. No one else is responsible for my present situation, my surroundings, my challenges, or any situation, whatever is happening with me. Now let's see what are the factors affecting the fruit of karma. What are those factors? Sometimes it seems like a same kind of or similar kind of actions two people are performing. The fruit they are getting is different. Why? First important factor which affects the fruit is intention. Suppose I go to a temple, I go to some nice place, or I go to some charity place and I want to do some charity, I want to help people, I'm serving. Both these people are serving, but intention behind the action. With what kind of intention I'm performing the action? Action might be same. Karma is same. I am doing service. It looks like both of them are doing the same service, same kind of, exactly the same. But the fruit is not the same. And fruit is not same because of the intention. Intention is different. Intention might be to get name, fame, to get some kind of recognition or some kind of certificate. So intention is totally different, and that according to that intention you will get that fruit, but you will not get which you were supposed to get if you had the pure intention. Then second thing is quality of action. Okay, one is intention, but some people, they have very good intentions, but they are not performing that quality of action. You know, when every morning they would get up and then make a plan that today I will do something good, and they make a plan for doing something good, but actually they are not doing. So then only intention will not bring you the fruit. Intention behind the karma is important, but you have to come into action. Are you really doing it sincerely? I started doing something and then I did it with a lot of sincerity. Of course, according to that quality of action, whatever I do it nicely. Quality. You understand? Even if I do the cleaning, I clean the floor, but I did it so sincerely, so nicely that whoever comes and see and they feel so happy. Everyone likes clean place, right? So whatever action I'm performing, my intention is good and also the quality of action is good. So this is very much understandable. So not only that I want to do, I have a very good heart, but good heart is okay, is good for you, but it's not getting something good for you. Then focus. Because I am doing something good and I have a lot of plans. I want to do many things, but I do this one also, a little bit this one, little bit of that one, little bit of this one. I'm not focused in one direction. Then, of course, fruit will also be affected by that. Because when it is not focused, it is something like cooking. You know, when you are cooking something, you started cooking 4 things. You have only one gas stove and you started cooking 4 things at the same time. So you put one cooker on the stove and you put it there for 10 minutes. It needs half an hour to cook that. You put there for 10 minutes, then you put it down, you remove it and you put the other one, and that also cooks for 10 minutes, and then the third one. Nothing is complete. Your focus is not clear. Same way it happens with students also. They will pick up something first, okay, study this, not complete, incomplete, then start another subject. Leave this one. I want to pursue something else. So everything is half done, half in between. Not getting the result even after spending 5 years because not focused. So the focus is also very, very important in getting a proper fruit of my karma. Then time factor. Yes, my intention is important. I should have a right intention. My quality of action should be good, right focus, but then also need the right time. If I'm doing the right thing but not at the right time, then also it will not get a fruit. Simple thing, because we are talking about the seed and the fruit. There is a time to water the plant. There is a time when it needs sunshine. When it needs sunshine, I'm giving it water at the wrong time. Some crops and some plants, there is a time when and how much water you should give to that plant. If you give too much, also not right, it will die. So time factor is also important. Then my surroundings and my situation. What kind of surroundings I am in? There are certain situations in which really you are helpless. You are helpless. And anyone can see that you are helpless and you're not able to do anything. And if the situation is like that, and then you were compelled, you're compelled to do something wrong, or you were not able to do something right. Situation is like this. You can't do anything. You are being controlled by other people, or surroundings are like that. In that situation, even if you did some bad karma, you performed a bad karma, bad action, but the fruit of that action will not be that bad. Because it's a very accurate accounting system of karma. Very accurate. So all these factors are taken into account. So I hope this is clear that all these factors are affecting the fruit of my karma. So now we will talk about some realization. Through this understandings of all these steps, the basic rules of karma, and also clarifying the misunderstandings about karma and the fruit of karma. Now let us get some reflection into these realizations. First thing is, no effort, no result. There is nothing called fate. We have already understood that. So we are just summarizing it into some realizations. No effort, no result. More effort, of course, more result. Past is past. Put a full stop. See, on the one hand, we are saying my present is the result of my past. I have done something definitely in the past, that's why I'm receiving this fruit. But past is already past. So put a full stop, not keep thinking about what happened before, what I did before. Because what is happening is when I'm thinking about the past, why I did that, I should not be doing that, why I couldn't do this. Many people say when something wrong happens, they would say, I had the intuition at that time. I could stop that person from going out. Why I didn't stop that person from going out? Because he went out, he met with an accident and he passed away. Suppose someone's near and dear one. And many people often say that later on, that why I didn't do that. I was getting that gut feeling also. I was really getting that intuition also, but I didn't do that. So they feel regret. They repent over what they didn't do. But what am I doing in this process? Try to understand. If I am sitting here in this moment, I'm thinking about something I would have done, I could have done in the past. If I'm thinking about that, I'm spoiling my present as well. I'm wasting more time. I'm wasting more energy. And thereby, I'm affecting my future as well. Because this is the only moment that is in my control, in my hand, this present moment. So past is past. This is the realization. As soon as I realize it, just put a full stop. I took the lesson, and that lesson I can use in my present, in my future. But regret, guilt is just wasting my time. So enjoy the present moment, because this is completely 100% in my control. What kind of response I create, what kind of choices I make in this moment, this is in my control. And when things are in your control, then you enjoy that. So enjoy this process that is happening in the present moment. Future is still in my hands. I have to realize it, and I have to feel happy for that, that future is still in my hands, because I'm already in that position where I'm taking my responsibility. I have understood that this is my responsibility. So, which means that I can make the right choice in the present, and I can create a positive future. Very important, this next realization is, let me not compare myself with others. And don't ever conclude based on episodes in life. Somebody who is watching a TV serial for a long time, some people, they suppose they like some particular TV serial, and you never miss any single episode. So you will understand the whole story, what is happening. And someone else, your friend, they didn't know, they already missed so many episodes, and now they have started with you, started watching. They will have so many question marks. Why this person is doing like that? What is this? This is not fair. This is not right. Doesn't look like right. This is injustice. It's injustice. Problem is that this person is concluding on the basis of only one episode. So sometimes when you see the situation, when you see some people, this person is behaving in such a bad manner, and still he's getting so much attention from everyone else. You don't know the past of that person. You don't know all other episodes of his life, this life and past life. You're just looking at this moment, and you're trying to conclude, you're trying to judge. So never ever conclude on the basis of episodes in life. This is a limited vision. So actually the karma philosophy, the spirituality is taking us into such a deep understanding that we can see the things in a very unlimited way. So that is how life becomes simple, because it becomes easier to forgive, easier to forget. People are talking about these things. They say you should forgive and forget. But we are not able to do that. Why? Because we are only seeing the limited vision about that person. Just think about it. One soul on a journey through many, many lives is carrying with it a lot of karmas of the past as well, of the present life also. If I met someone at the age of 20 or at the age of 25 or maybe later stages, I don't know the first 20 years of his life, what kind of upbringing, what kind of education, what kind of, even in this life, we don't know all the aspects of that person, his life. Forget about the past life. And past life and present life, some people have this kind of question that why the past life karma I have to suffer now, the result of that. Why? Because I don't even remember. I would like to ask you one question. Okay, just take one example. Today, I need some money. Okay. And it's like 2-3 lakhs should be enough. So I need 2 lakhs. And I ask you, I just want to borrow it from you. After 1 month, I will return. I will pay back definitely. And you believe me, you trust me, so you gave me. You lend me 2 lakh rupees, and I took it. And according to the promise, you will, at least for 1 month, you won't disturb me. So after a month, if I don't get back to you, of course, you will think about it that sister said that after 1 month, I will pay back. But because you trust me, you still wait for a few more days. But finally, if it is 2 months, 3 months, I didn't even call you back. I didn't get back to you. I'm not even talking about it. Just quiet. Then one day, finally, of course, you will think about it, right? And you will take some action. Maybe you will find my phone number and you will call me, sister, my money. So you tried to call me. I'm not receiving the call. This kind of, the number is not working. It's not in service. Maybe I have changed my number. Then you find out my address and you come to my place. There is lock. The room is locked. There's no one living there anymore. What will you do? You will just leave it, forget it, or you will try? You will try. You will try. It's not a small amount, if not very big for you, but it's not small. So then you will try to find me everywhere. You will try to find some common friends and you will reach me. You come to know that I have moved to another city. I have gone somewhere else now. So you will come to my place, you knock my door, I open the door, and you say, my money. And I say, if I say, I don't remember, what will be your reaction? I don't remember. It doesn't mean that I don't have to pay back. I don't remember. It doesn't mean that I don't have to pay back, right? Or it makes sense because I don't remember. So why should I pay back? Does it make any sense? It's the same thing. I have changed the address. Change of address also doesn't mean that I don't have to pay back. Or it makes sense that because now my address is changed, so I am not responsible for paying back the money. Does it make sense? No. And what is past life and this life? What is rebirth? It is just the change of address of the soul. I left one body and I took another life. I just changed the address. It doesn't mean that I don't have to pay back something that I have taken, I have borrowed from you in the past life. And because I don't remember my past life, then also it doesn't make any sense that I don't have to pay back because I don't remember. It's not logical. I have taken the money, not my house, not my address. It's me responsible, not my house. So, me means I, the soul, is responsible, not the body. This is just my house. I'm living here. Even if I change my house, I have to pay back. Make sense? So this is how it is. So somebody was asking, I will show you for a few seconds this picture. If you cannot note down, you can take a screenshot. So when we said that, that means somewhere this karma philosophy and the understanding of rebirth and reincarnation, they are interconnected topics. Because somewhere when we understand also, okay, there might be some past karma or the karma of past life that is affecting my present. And of course, then my present karma will affect my future. And suppose I do something right now in the present moment, I sow a seed that's going to bring fruits after 10 years. For example, I sow a seed now, right now in 2021, and I will get the fruit if in 10 years, then it should be 31 if everything goes well. So in 31, I should get the fruit. But suppose, in case, after 1 year, I leave this body for any reason. I leave this body. That's called death or whatever. So the soul leaves the body and it goes to the next life. Will I get the fruit or not? Because I was supposed to get it after 10 years. Will I get the fruit, what is remaining that I couldn't receive and I deserve it? We've already understood you get what you deserve because I am the same. I, the soul, I have performed the action and I deserve the fruit. Now it can be positive or negative, anything. So now when I am in the next life, in the next body, suddenly something happens and it's kind of, you have seen sometimes things happen in this way that overnight you feel like miracles happening in someone's life. Suddenly the destiny, the fate brings something magical into their life. It's not magic, it's not a coincidence, it's not a destiny written by someone else, it's not a fate decided by someone up there. No, it's the fruit that was supposed to come to me after 10 years. Now this is the time, this is the right time to come. So it appears. But because I don't remember when I sow the seed, why I'm getting this. That's why it brings a question in our minds that why this is happening to me, why this is happening to me. But now we understand the whole concept. So at least I'm sure that, and I believe that you will not have this question if you are understanding it right. And secondly, we should not be thinking ourselves as a victim of the situation. So this was the basic understanding of the law of karma. which is actually very important. And I would suggest that you should revise this once again, because it's a foundation. These 7 days was the foundation. Tomorrow is the seventh day, and as I mentioned you before, after that we will have plus 4 days of deeper concepts. And I hope to see all of you for next 4 days as well. So after that, we will understand a little bit more So in tomorrow's lesson, now is fine? Can hear me? Okay. So in tomorrow's class, we will understand more about reincarnation, and we'll also get some more answers. Sometimes, according to the karma, there are different kinds of concepts in our mind that would say that we must have heard about it, that if you do this kind of actions, then you will become animals, or you will become some other insects or something like that. So am I ready to become any animal or insect or bird? Am I ready for that? Yes? No? I don't think so. So these concepts, these questions also will be answered in tomorrow's class. That what will I become? I know my present state, what kind of actions I am performing now. So according to my previous understandings, or what I have heard according to the different mythologies, religious mythologies, sometimes they say this kind of very scary things about the karma, that if you do this, then you will become this. You did do this, you will become that. And I'm not ready for that. So what should I do? And what is the truth behind that? This we will understand in tomorrow's lesson. And how many births and rebirths in this reincarnation process I have to take. So that is also a very important question that is related with today's lesson. And definitely we'll try to answer, because actually this spiritual study has got all the answers. If you have a question, definitely it has an answer. So this is for sure. But in this 11 days, total 11 days journey, we'll try to answer the basic questions of, that is the question of majority. But after that, there will be higher study as well. Right now, it's the foundation course going on. So that depends on all of you. But we would suggest a regular study, because we have a system, like I told you, that this is a spiritual university. And university, like first you are in a kindergarten, primary, then higher this school, and after that you go to university, and then there is PhD also. So it depends on you. It depends on you how much you would like to study in this spiritual university, in this life university. It's a lot to study, and more I study and more I understand and more I meditate, things become clear in my mind. Like when I am talking about right now. Karma. Then there is another question also comes that how to cleanse this karma. Okay, I understood that I have done something in the past, but how to cleanse the karma? So this karma cleansing is the process that happens during meditation. When I understand meditation in a right way, two things are happening at the same time. One thing is I am transforming my sanskars, my deep rooted impressions. I am cleaning because I am receiving a pure energy through that connection with God, connection with the Supreme. When I receive the positive and pure energy, it clears the negativity from inside, no matter how deep it was. And with realization, because when I was not understanding that, when I didn't know the process of meditation, even if I knew or I come to know that I did something wrong, I was going into the feeling of guilt or regret, and I was becoming more negative and depressed. I was creating pain for myself. But now the regret is changed into realization. And realization is the first step of transformation. And with God's power, impossible becomes possible. Even if I would suffer, I would say that I receive the fruit of my karma. It comes in the form of situations, but I will not feel the pain. I will not feel the pain of that suffering, inside pain. Even if I have physical pain, but that inside pain, with that is more painful. That's hard to bear. That I can remove. And because of that, what will happen? I become more peaceful. I become more calm. I become stable. And with that stability, with God being my companion, things become easier for me. So this is what we will experience now in meditation. Om Shanti. Sitting comfortably in this moment of silence. I reflect upon my true identity. I, the soul. The point of light, the eternal, immortal energy. In this present moment, sitting with myself, I realize very deeply my journey of life. I, the soul, I play different roles through this body. I perform so many variety of actions. I make different choices. And now I realize I have the authority to make choices. I have the power and the free will to choose my responses. With this realization, I take my responsibility. I take the responsibility of everything what is happening to me. As I take this responsibility, I become the master of my life and not a victim anymore. I am not the victim of situations. I am not the victim of challenges. I am not the victim of my past, but I am the master of my present. And I become the master, the creator of my destiny. In this awareness, now I connect with my Supreme Father. I connect with God. I, the soul, the shining star. And up there, beyond this corporeal world, in that world of light, God Himself, also the point of light, Almighty, the wisdom of the wise, ocean of love, with my mind's eye, I visualize that divine light I experience the shower of light from up there, falling upon me. I'm receiving this divine light, peaceful, calm, powerful. This divine light heals my heart. And makes me powerful at the same time. I create a strong belief within me. Nothing is impossible. Being in this present moment, this moment of realization, moment of empowerment, I feel so light. I feel released from the pains, from the guilt and regrets about my past. I'm completely present in this moment of now. I can feel the strength. I can feel the power to write my own script for a beautiful future. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Shanti, thank you so much, Devi, to telling us these interesting facts about karma philosophy. So, can we proceed for Q&A session?
Yeah, sure.
Devi, today's first question is, it's actually a very interesting question. If someone did wrong to me, how do I know if I'm dealing with my past karmas or if they are creating new karmas, their new karmas?
Yes, it is interesting and we should be clear about it. I would say that if it is happening to me, it is through someone or through something, through some situation, whatever. Something is happening to me. Of course, you are talking about something that's not very pleasant and they are doing something wrong to me. I would say that personally, I would take it as the clearance, settlement of my past karma. And I will just happily do that. Cleanse the karma. It's like they are helping me to clear, to settle something if I have done in the past. And in case, suppose we say that in case they are creating their karma, new karma, and it's not the past karma, then that is their problem. That's not my problem. I don't have to think about that. If they are creating their karma, some new karma, it will come back to them whenever at the right time. Why should I think about it? Rather, what is happening in case I think that they are creating new karma, they are doing bad, they are creating a bad bad luck for themselves. When I think that, it's not a very positive energy that I'm creating. It's not a very positive energy. And I am actually thinking negative for that person. This is also a subtle karma I am creating. But instead of that, if I just feel I am clearing my karma and they are helping me to settle my past, it becomes simpler. Make it easy and simple.
Very beautiful answer, Didi. So moving to next question, it's how can we know that which are my past karma's reaction and what are my this life's fresh karma?
See, if it is past karma, whether it is past life or past of this life, both is past. That is already gone. But what is happening now? Now I come to the present moment and I analyze the situation in a very simple way. Something which is unavoidable, unchangeable, uncontrollable, that is not in my control, is the result of my past. It's happening to me, but I cannot change it right now. It's not in my control, whether it is coming through someone or there is some situation like that. Suppose I was supposed to go for a very important meeting and suddenly it started raining so heavily. This is something which is not in my control. Why at this time only? Why this happens with me only whenever there is something important? So when this is happening, means something that is happening which is external, outside me, and this is not in my control. That is the result of my past. And now, second part of this is, in this situation, what is happening, how I respond, what kind of choice I make to respond to this situation. That is my present karma. That will bear me, that will bring me fruit in the future. Is that clear?
Yes, Didi. Yes, it's clear. So next question is, someone asked, Didi, if everything is predestined according to our past karmas, then why to take any efforts in present life? Very interesting.
Everything is, it's not everything is predestined. This is the result of what I did. Predestined, when we say, sometimes we have the interpretation that somebody has written my destiny. I had written this in my destiny for present according to my past karma. In the past, I was writing something which is appearing in front of me right now. So this destiny was written by me, and now I can write a new one also for my future. So it's very much in my control, very much in my control as of now. What is gone is gone. What is past is past. I can't change that. So according to that, you are saying it's already written. It's not. One thing is saying already written, but add one more word to it, already written by me. When I understand written by me, then the pen of writing the destiny comes back to my hand and I can write it. Once again, I can rectify it for future. Okay.
GVT. The next question is, can we stop the recycling of our karmas, or when can it become a zero?
Recycling of karma. See, with meditation, we are doing that. But one more thing is, when we are into, in Hindi, in Sanskrit, it is called Karam Kshetra. When we are on this earth, on this planet, this is a place of performing actions. And when there is an action, of course, there is a reaction. Because to every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. So we are bound into this action and reaction and this cycle of action and reaction. We are bound into these roles here. But going beyond this is called liberation. There are two concepts. One is liberation and one is liberation in life. Liberation and liberation in life, we will understand more in the coming lessons. That's why I said that after 7th, there will be 4 days more to understand these concepts more deeply. But I will explain a little bit according to today's lesson. That basically two things. One is I have to cleanse and I have to settle my past karma. Second thing is I have to reach a stage when I am not creating more such karma that I have to suffer in future also. So these two things, for these two things, we have two subjects in this spiritual education. One is knowledge, study, means wisdom, spiritual wisdom. Second is yoga, which is meditation. So when we continuously practice this, then two things are happening at the same time: cleansing of the past karma, and also I protect myself from doing anything wrong or creating more karma in future, in present.
Yes, Didi. And the next is, how does the soul choose the physical form, and what is the karmic connection between body and soul?
How does the soul choose the physical form? Means how does the soul would choose this body? Means where should I go, which body I should take, like that.
Yes.
So if that is your question, it's like I'm not choosing as such, but whatever kind of actions I am performing, the kind of choices I am making right now, the kind of responses I am creating in different situations, that is deciding my future physical body as well. You see, some kids, small children, they are born handicapped. Right from birth, they have this kind of issue, physical issue. Someone has heart problem, someone has some other kind of issues. All this is decided according to the karma of that soul in the past. So when you say choosing a body, it's actually about my karma is deciding what kind of body I will get.
Om Shanti Didi. The next question is, when you say that I have to face the consequences of my past karma, it becomes scary. So what to do in such a situation?
See, when I say that I have to bear the fruit or I have to face the consequences of my past karma, right now we are just looking at one aspect of that. And one aspect is that I see myself as a victim. Actually, I've already clarified it. We see ourselves as a victim of my past karma, and I feel scared because it's coming right now in the form of situations, and I don't know how long it's going to happen. If some situation is very difficult to bear, difficult to face, I might feel very painful that how long this suffering is going to take. So then I feel painful and I feel scary thinking about this. But as soon as I realize the other aspect of the same understanding of the law of karma, the other aspect is because I am responsible for what is happening to me, then for future also I am responsible for what will happen to me in future. And for that, I take my control. I become the master. This is Rajyoga. I become the master of my life. I become the master of my thoughts, my feeling, my choices. Not influenced by anyone, no matter what. Now, in here, if you become so powerful with the practice of meditation, what will happen? Normally, what is happening is sometimes we know something is wrong, but because someone is saying, and I can't refuse, someone is asking me to do something which I am not willing to do, but I didn't refuse. So I did something wrong knowingly because of the weakness of not being able to refuse someone. So when I become a Raj Yogi, I become a good meditator, I become powerful from within. I'm able to say no to the wrong things. This is only one example I'm just giving you. In a way, I become more powerful. When you are in the victim consciousness, then you feel like scary. The same karma philosophy is scary for you. And when you become the master, you become the controller, you become the ruler of your life. I think that clarifies your question.
There's one question which says that me and my husband are very anxious due to my recent diagnosis of cancer. Please advise us on how we can address this anxiety and how long we can expect this phase to last.
Yeah. One thing just I want to say that if I am suffering from any kind of sickness or disease, and in this case, because the name cancer itself is kind of, it creates fear and anxiety. But one very basic principle of life, if I understand, even if somebody is very healthy or looks healthy, everything is good and well, but still this life is so unsure and uncertain, and how long we are going to, the soul is going to stay in this body, we don't know. What's going to happen tomorrow, we don't know. So what is in my control is my present, today. Even to a very healthy person also, I would say, like in spirituality, we always understand the life and we take the life this way, that live this present moment in such a way, live today in such a way as if this is my last day. I do my best. I perform my best role. Anyways, we are not sure about the future. And you will find something very interesting as a result of this consciousness. Because when we are aware of this, our fears are removed, our anxiety is removed, then life becomes longer. Longer than what the doctors were expecting to be. So more important is, I would say most important is your peace of mind, your stability inside. Because these things, something is there which is not in my control, but my positivity can even help to heal that if I can stay in that positive attitude.
There's another interesting question. Who's more powerful, God or karma?
Yes, it is interesting question. See, karma is powerful, definitely. But God's power can help me to empower my intellect so that I can make right choices and I can perform good karma. But once I have performed it, once I have done it, then karma is very powerful. Whatever I do, it will come back. But with God's love and God's power, as I said before, I can reduce the suffering, I can reduce the pain, and sometimes I can even eliminate the pain. But we can't deny the fact that karma is powerful. I cannot just pray to God and ask Him to release me from all my past karmas. That doesn't happen. And God, even if He can do, I would say, I will put it in another way, that even if God is almighty, and maybe He can do that, but He won't do that because He will not break the law. He is not a lawbreaker. This law is for our benefit. And why will He break the law or destroy it?
The next question is, are the transmission of karmas possible? with close relatives or within the family, is it possible to transmit the karmas? Like what you're facing, will it
Understood.
affect others?
Actually, some people have this feeling that if I did something wrong or I'm doing something wrong, it will affect the destiny of my children also. It can affect their life also. But very clear answer we get in this spiritual study, and it makes sense. It's very logical that if I am doing something, then I have to bear the fruit. I have to face the consequences, not someone else. Every soul is separate. Even if that soul is, as a child, comes in my family as my family member, my close relative, or in any close relation. But every soul is carrying the baggage of their own karma. And in some situations, it will look like, it seems like that because of the father, the child is suffering. Because of the parents, this child is suffering. Because of the husband or because of the wife, husband is suffering. But actually, when you go deeper into that, it's not like that. It's because of their own past karma. Why this child was born into this family also was decided by his own karma. That's why he was born into such a family where he has to suffer. Apparently, it looks like that because when we see only the limited vision, only the present life, only one episode, then we feel like it's because of the father, because of the mother, because of this one, this person is suffering. It's not like that. There is a reason that soul is suffering, and reason is himself.
Didi, if someone dies at a very young age, is it because of the bad karma or good karma?
It depends. In some cases, we would say that if that soul left at an early age and maybe that soul was suffering because of something, physical disease or any kind of suffering, and he left because that karma was over, that suffering was over, which he was supposed to get as a result of his past actions. So he has already got the result, got the punishment enough that now he leaves for a next journey. It can be a beautiful next journey also because the karma is settled. But in some situations, it can be otherwise as well. It depends on the situation. It can be that it's because of some present karma that he has to leave the body and then he is carrying that karma into the future. And then he has to suffer in the future. So it can be both ways depending on the situation.
Didi, that was the last question for the day. Thank you so much for giving us such an enlightening knowledge. And I would like to make an announcement that this session will continue till 10th April. So I hope that you all will benefit from this knowledge till 10th April. And if you have any further queries, you can write to us on the WhatsApp number that's given. Thank you, Didi. Thanks to all. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti.